Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna show you which setting is best for your AAD. If you're using Cypress or Vigil, it doesn't matter. Imagine you have a high performance canopy, but you don't know how fast you're landing with your canopy. There is a chance you're getting very close to the firing velocity of these devices. So let's find out together. Today I'm gonna show you 3 different jumps with some real data, so you're gonna see the behind the scenes of a high performance canopy. Let's go. So to record the data of these flights, I used a FlySight. Probably a lot of you already know this device. For those of you who don't know what this is a GPS with a lot of different tools inside of it, and you can record a lot of different data from your jumps. So let's dive into the viewer of the FlySight. So let's zoom out a little bit. As you can see, this slope is the free fall, where we have the blue line that is the total speed and the green line that is the vertical speed. So we're flying at 200 kilometers per hour. That was a belly jump. So during the opening, the altitude slope changes a little bit, but what I wanted to show you is what happened before the landing. So let's zoom in. On the top right, you can see the top view. So if you move the pointer, you can see a black dot, and that means that is the trajectory of your flight if you were looking from it from above. So we have a couple of turns. This one is a 180 degrees turn, where we had a 95 kilometers per hour total velocity and an 80 kilometers per hour vertical speed. And after that, the final 90 degrees turns before the landing at an elevation of, let's see, the turn started right here, so we were less than 100 meters and we were flying at 93 kilometers per hour with a vertical speed of 44 kilometers per hour. So these are the 2 turns, so 180 and 90. As you can see, when you move your pointer, you have a lot of information about time, altitude, elevation, whatever. Let's have a look at the second jump. So here, again, let's zoom to the final part, the approach and the landing. So we have, starting from here, we have a little bit more than 180 degrees turn, and at the end we have another 180. So first, in the first turn, we started at around 400 meters of altitude with a total speed of 75 kilometers per hour up to 117 with a vertical speed of 77, 78, 83 at the top, and then straight path again, and the last turn another 180 starting at 147 meters above the ground. We reached a 104 kilometers per hour total speed with the vertical component up to 94 kilometers per hour, and we were at 60 meters above the ground. So those 2 tracks are data coming from a high performance canopy. So as you can see, with a simple 180 turns, we can reach way above 100 kilometers per hour of total speed, and at some point close to 100 kilometers per hour of vertical speed. But we have to keep in mind that we have limits that we cannot go above, otherwise our safety devices, Vigil or Cypress, they're gonna fire up to a certain altitude and a certain speed. So with high performance canopies, you have to make sure that you don't go above the altitude with a higher velocity. Now I wanted to show you a multi-rotation, so not just 90 or 180 degrees turn, but let's see. Okay, so as you can see, if I zoom right here, let's focus on the top view. That's a multi-rotation where the skydiver did a first 360 and then again another 270. All right, so let's start from the beginning and see how much speed he had during this maneuver. So we start from here and we are around 316 meters. So you have a drop in velocity because he probably brakes a little to reduce the pressure on the canopy before starting the maneuver, and then you have the first 360 where he is almost vertical, because as you can see we have total and vertical speeds that are actually the same. So now the skydiver and the canopy are basically flying vertical, and we maintain a constant speed for the entire maneuver. So from 114 up to 118 of total speed, kilometers per hour, and with a top vertical speed of 114 kilometers per hour. And after that there is the landing, and the actual maneuver started from 300, a little bit more than 300 meters above the ground. So as you can see, in this case, when you do multi-rotation, you have higher velocity for a sustained period of time. So you gotta make sure to select the appropriate setting of your Vigil or Cypress. And if you don't know those settings, that's bad, but I'm here for you. So I made this little document that I took from their manuals, and if you are using a Cypress and you have an expert mode, the activation altitude is 225 meters, and you don't have to go higher than 35 meters per second. If you're a student, those are the settings, and so on for tandem and speed. Okay, so the same for the Vigil. Pro, student, tandem, and extreme modes are available. And now that you know that these are the factory parameters of your AAD, take a flight site in one of your jumps, record the highest velocity with the fastest maneuver that you can do, and now you will have a comparison between what you can achieve with your canopy compared to the settings of your AAD device. Make sure to stay below those settings, otherwise your AAD is gonna fire and you're gonna end up in a very bad situation. I hope this video helps, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.